everybody, welcome to another video. This is part 2 in the 10-part series. You'll notice now I've got a webcam. So here I am. I wanted to make sure I can provide the best videos for you guys. So let's just jump right into it. So I want to help you guys create the cheapest e-commerce websites that you can create that are going to be reliable, they're going to be quick, they're going to be scalable. And so Amazon has been the best experience with my e-commerce sites that I've created. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create a website on Amazon Light Sale. So if you go to aws.amazon.com, you'll see a bunch of different products and solutions for building products, building softwares, machine learning, analytics, all sorts of things. You just go through them here. You might even go through it and find, you know, that something else is possible and jump into another space. That's always exciting. So what I want to do is go into the, where is it here? Just the featured services is fine. And then go down to Light Sale here. So I'm going to click Light Sale down at the bottom. Okay, so you can create, or you could start hosting as low as $3.50 here. Okay. So what I want to do is, it says get started for free. What you can do is create an AWS account. If you don't already have an AWS account, you can create one. If you already do, you can sign into an existing one. So I just even use your normal Amazon account will work with the email and password. So I go ahead and sign in here, and I'm going to click Light Sale right here at the bottom, right here under Compute or All Services. And like you could even type in lightsale.amazon, lightsale.aws.amazon. Okay. So you'll see here I have some instances that I've created for different stores and other different clients and stuff like that. So here's how you do it. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We're going to go ahead and click Create Instance. Okay. And we can select what image we want to use for our, like what platform we want to use for our image. And I'm going to go ahead and select Linux. Okay, and we want WordPress. And it should automatically do this by default. But if, for example, you're not on the West Coast and Oregon isn't the closest server to you, you can go ahead and click that and select whichever is closest to you. Okay, these are kind of like the what do you call those? I'll think of it in a minute, but
data center. You're thinking of a data center,
yes,
Kelly.
Thank you, Siri. That's what it's called. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna click Oregon. I'm in Arizona right now. If you're in Midwest, Ohio, East Coast, Virginia, and then if you're in other countries, select these ones here. So Oregon, that's gonna be the closest one to me, and then Linux, WordPress is good, and then I'm gonna scroll down to what type of server that I want right now. I can start at $3.50 a month. The first month is free. If you're a brand new e-commerce store, you've never created an e-commerce store yet at all, you're learning how to build the website, you're gonna learn how to, you know, to drive traffic to the website, maybe that's paid traffic, sponsored traffic, whatever. You don't already have a following, you're just gonna go ahead and launch completely cold. Maybe that's a lot of you out there. That was me a couple years ago as well. I would just go ahead and start with the $3.50 a month plan. It's gonna be fine for you. Here's sort of the specs you get on that server. You'll see right here on the right side what each of them is for. So you get 512 of memory, 512 megabytes of memory, 1 CPU, 1 storage. If you see yourself going in to create an e-commerce store and then going to spend a good chunk of money on paid traffic, it might just be worth it to get the $5 a month plan. That's going to be my recommendations. if you can just afford it, it's not even a worry. $10 a month is nothing. I would always recommend just doing the $10 a month plan. But this video is to create a e-commerce store under $20. So the $3.50 plan will be a great starter if you're just like learning how to build a site, learning how to drive traffic, and getting the feel for everything. Just go ahead and select that one right there. So I'm even going to select that right there. I'm going to name my instance. So I'm going to call it, so it can't have any spaces. So if you're going to do multiple words, just put the dashes just like they did in the example here. So I'm going to call it my e-com store. Okay, just want one instance. Okay, so if you're creating multiple sites, you can do 5 at once if you're going to do that, but I'm just going to create one. Click create instance. Okay. And that is good. So we're just going to wait. That's going to be pending for a minute. It's just basically building, just building that instance on the server. So while that's loading, I'm going to just navigate to my notes here, and then should refresh that. It should be done. It doesn't take much time. Okay, so now it's running. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this button here. This is going to open up the terminal, and it may look intimidating initially, but it's really not that big of a deal, and we're only going to be typing a couple lines in the terminal here. Okay. So let's reconnect. So right now it's saying you've been disconnected, reconnect over and over again. Let's give the instance one more second. I'm going to pause the video here and just wait until the instance has completely initialized. So I will be right back when that's finished. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've given it probably, 3 minutes or so. And let's check, see if it's good to go. Okay, perfect. So this is what you'll see in the when you click on that. This is the terminal. Okay, and so what we need to do is get the password for our WordPress site. So what Lightsail does is it automatically creates a WordPress instance on the server, just like any other website would. And but what we need to do now is we need to generate what the password is for that particular instance. So all you need to do is just open up here, just click inside if it's not clicked already, and then type in cat bitnami _application_ password. And that's going to give us the password here. Okay, so I'm going to move this terminal window over to my other screen here, so you might not be able to see it anymore. And then I want to open up my WordPress instance here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that up to here. And then if I click enter, it'll show me here I have a WordPress instance. So that's perfect. So now that we're on the website, the WordPress website, I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, so on Lightsail, it's important to remember that always the usernames for your WordPress websites are going to by default be user, okay? And then you're gonna just go ahead and type in the password that was given to us in the terminal. So I'm looking at my other monitor. If you want to maybe you want to hook it to the side or something, you could do that if it would work. So I did that. Oops. Let me just type it in again. Okay. So now I'm logged into my WordPress website. I have LastPass here. It's a great Chrome extension if you don't already use that. I'm going to click Not Now because I'm going to change the password. Okay. So I'm going to bring this back in here. So now, for now, we're going to be just closing that. We got the password we needed, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. Okay, and then click Dismiss. Dismiss, just clean that up a little bit. And then I'm going to go to Updates for my WordPress plugin. So by default, we're going to have a couple of WordPress plugins just already installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of ignore these ones, all-in-one migration. Now, typically there already is here we go. Okay, so those ones need to be updated. If you want to update those, feel free to. I'm going to end up deleting all of them except for all-in-one WP migration and WP mail install. So anything other than those ones you can delete. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. All-in-one SEO pack, Amazon Poly. So Amazon Poly helps create audio versions of your posts. So like for people who are maybe hearing or visually impaired, they can have that feature to listen to what's on your page, which is nice. Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. We're not going to use Monster Insights version. Hello Dolly is literally useless. And Jetpack is a good plugin. I'm not going to use it for this particular website. I don't usually use it for my e-commerce sites. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those just to clean things up a little bit. Okay, cool. I'm going to update that now. So this is just like basic cleanup that I usually do when on a new install. So what I need to do now is I'm going to even delete symbol tags right there as well. Okay. And then WP Mail SMTP, I'm going to need to I want to activate that. So this is what this is going to do for me is it's going to allow me to send any sort of admin email. So if I get a notification saying I got a purchase, it's going to let me send out customer receipts. Lightsail doesn't have a built-in email SMTP service, kind of like GoDaddy would, or WP Engine, or Bluehost might, you know. So what we do is we have to set that up manually. So it's really, really simple. So all we have to do is just go into Settings, WP Mail in SMTP. Now what I'm going to do is just add my from email. So I'm going to add kellymuro@gmail.com. That's my email. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and feel free to email me. I have no issues with that. Love to hear from you guys. And so there's two ways we could do this that I prefer. Google is sort of a longer version of what SendGrid allows us to do. And there's a few more steps that set up. But if you have like a Google email that's like maybe like a Google business email. So for example, I have for one of my e-commerce websites, I have kelly@petexpertproducts.com. That's like a Google business email. I can use that. I don't think it's really necessary to do this. It's a couple more steps, and for some newbies, you know, you got to create some API keys and some different things from Google, get some logging, get some credentials, and it just feel like there's more steps than necessary. So what I'm just going to do is going to use SendGrid. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you do want me to do a video for the Gmail one. It's really not hard, but it is 4 or 5 more steps than SendGrid. So I just want to show you the SendGrid version. So I'm going to go ahead and click force from email, force from name, and that looks good. Now I want to go to SendGrid. So SendGrid is a service that allows you to send emails from different services. So you may be using maybe use ClickFunnels, or maybe you use you know, in this instance WordPress, where we need to have an SMTP service to send the emails from. So pricing is pretty, I just want to show you this just so you have an idea. So free, okay, so you get 40,000 emails for your first 30 days, and then it's 100 a day after that. So for example, this is kind of how it would look. If you start your e-commerce website, okay, and you start selling more than 100 products per day, you're going to need to upgrade to Essentials, or it won't work. That's $10 a month. If you're selling 100 products a day, hopefully you're doing over $1,000 a day, and that's going to be not a problem. So what I recommend is just doing the free. When you hit over 100 sales a day, or when you're sending out 100 emails a day, then you can revisit this and upgrade to the Essentials plan. But the free plan, honestly, is more than enough for a brand new e-commerce website. And so just go ahead and click on the free version, and then click try for free. Okay, and then you're going to just create username, password, confirm email, and your email address, okay? So I have already done this, so I'm going to go ahead and just log in. Okay. And I'll just log into one of them here. Let's do this one. And all you'll have to do is get an API key. So all you need to go to settings, click API key. Okay, so once you log in, you'll be able to see the same dashboard here. Maybe pause the video if you haven't officially created your account. And then once you finish creating your account, verified your email, come back to this dashboard and then click settings, API keys, and then create API key. And then full access, you want to name it. So let's just name it, I'm going to name it test key. Create and view. Okay, so this is the key. So once you click done, you won't be able to see this full key again, okay? And then I copy that just by clicking in there, and then I can click API key, save settings. Perfect. So now I can send a test email. So I just click the email test up at the top, and I'll send a test email to my Gmail. Okay, your email was sent successfully, so that's a good sign. Now let's check in Gmail. Okay, awesome. And so I look here and it says Kelly Miro via SendGrid.net. The email was sent by a SendGrid mailer and generated by the WP Mail SMT WordPress plugin. Perfect. So I click reply and it replies to my kellymiro@gmail.com email. Okay, and also the cool thing about this is that it gets sent to the primary tab. A lot of times, if you send a promotional email from something like Aweber or Mailchimp or Infusionsoft, sometimes it'll go into your promotions tab. With SendGrid, it goes straight to your primary tab, and it's looking good. People aren't going to miss it. So that is basically the setup here for hosting on Lightsail. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I will absolutely answer your questions. If you do have maybe some bigger questions, or you need help doing this, feel free to email me. Seriously, I can answer any emails that you send. I'd love to. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching the video. In the next video, I'm going to be installing the theme. We're going to be creating a child theme and then installing some of the required plugins we need to run a successful e-commerce business. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.